Welcome everybody back for some more Hogwarts Legacy on the channel. You join me outside one of the professor's classrooms because off camera I went away and did a couple of quests and side missions to unlock a freezing spell, a flipendo spell, and the descendo spell. We also got to return to Nelly today, and let's go and have a look at the Ghost of Love, of our love, candles finding on the treasure map. First things first, let's head into here and learn our new spell.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Right then, let's test out this.
Glacius!
There you go. Catching them quickly.
Leviosa! Glacius!
I think it's learned its lesson, but do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Right then. That's enough of that for now. I think we've annoyed the training dummy enough. And then we can now head over to the next professor and talk to them about the next spell, which is going to be Flipendo, which is over with Professor Garlic. Hopefully not too far away. I believe we can actually have the use of our broom. Because the classroom that we're going to now is technically on the outside of the school. He says. Because what we can do is go around to the secrets tunnel and go up, and then somewhere there's a door around here. But I will meet you there because I am definitely very, very, very lost. And we've made it to the greenhouses, and then I believe Professor Garlic is normally in this classroom. Okay, she's not in this one today. She must be over here. There she is.
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing tentacular.
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlic.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done! If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
Flipendo. Right, let's test this spell out as well. I'm just gonna get rid of my
Flipendo.
Look at that! You're a natural.
Placing. Leviosa. Flipendo.
There we go.
Professor Garlic, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Always interesting talking to the professors, but a nice Flipendo spell learned.
Flipendo.
Right then, next one on the list for learning today is the Descendo spell. We need to attend a class, I believe, at the same time. So what I've learned also is travelling around the map, walking, is a little bit of a pain, really. This is Descendo. So let's travel there. It wasn't too far away, but still worth traveling like this. But yeah, I'll meet you there. Right then, we've arrived here, but it looks like we need to access the map and change the time of day. There we go. And then somewhere around here, hopefully the professor is here. Apologies for that. Maybe they want us to do it during day. There we go. And now we can attend the class. There we go. Class dismissed.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills, and you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it.
Yeah.
Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Right then, let's test this one out.
Descender!
Excellent. I think you have it.
Places! Descender!
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test. Outside of...
Now we can go ahead and track the assignment quest here. So this is a new one from Hogwarts to get that quest, and then you could probably return here and do this. Let's locate it on the map first. So it's down here in this courtyard. So we'll go ahead and travel there, and I will meet you there. And we've made it to the courtyard, so let's go and talk to Nelly about the keys.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nelly. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like a Gryffindor house token. I'd bet it unlocks our house chest. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in our common room and heard there are also in the other common rooms. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the griffin.
We got a bunch of different house tokens as well to do, but first things first, let's head over and do one of the quests, which is the Beasts class. Luckily,
I should see this through and find the Gryffindor house chest.
we can. I was going to say fly there, but we cannot fly there at all, because apparently we can't fly out of this courtyard. So let's go ahead, hit the Beast class. I'll do the travel thing again, just because it's a lot easier than just walking there. Hopefully I have a point of travel out here, which I do. So I will travel here and I will meet you over at Beasts class. Right then, we've made it over to Beasts class, so let's sit here and wait for the class to begin. It's funny how we just sat on the floor and then everyone just turns up.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor HighWing. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor HighWing's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. It enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Now, where is our...
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I really like
I need to talk to you. Come here.
So she wants to talk to us as well. I think we could probably go around. Let's do Revelio, actually. No. Okay, there's nothing here that can be revealed, I guess. Anyway, let's go talk to Poppy.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. Come with me. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having. You think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet HighWing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of HighWing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and HighWing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor HighWing mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor HighWing, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep HighWing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Another mission complete. Sadly, we have now got other spells and stuff. Yeah, Confringo, yeah. So yeah, we've now got to feed beasts and stuff, as and when that is a thing that we can do, which is really cool as well. There's a bunch of more assignments that professor's just given me as well, which I can look at now. There we go. So, fly near spires and practice flying near Cambridge Tower. I got the Italian teas and the ghosts thing. So, let's track this quest for now. And we can locate it on the map. Looks like it's going to be a broom trip journey over there. Nothing we can't handle. But yeah, I really like the flying and the exploration in this game. It is rather fun. Along with the fact there are balloons and stuff to pop.
Revelio.
I haven't quite gotten my hang around continuous flying, as you can tell. But I do enjoy just flying around the map and stuff. We are nearly there now. I believe we're probably going to have to pop these balloons, to be honest.
Revelio. There we go.
There's also a Merlin trial here. And I'm going to say sleeping person. But
Revelio.
maybe not sleeping. Yeah, there's a couple of Merlin trials around, but I wanted to probably complete the Merlin trials towards the end of the playthrough, and then come back and do them eventually. And we can also look out for poachers as we are flying around as well. Let's see if we can take out a poacher's camp if we
Revelio.
come across one. Another little Merlin trial there.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio. A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio.
Definitely gone an interesting way. Yeah, there's more balloons to pop around here. Might as well start with the first one. Yeah, this broom flying is getting kind of easier, but also not at the same time.
That's it.
Appears to be
Revelio.
one of those hunter camps here. So let's sort these guys out. I don't think they are. I don't think they're goblins, but we can sort them out nevertheless.
Goodness. Might want to look up. Potato. Incendio. Protego. Revelio.
Right, there's more.
Knew I'd find you. Petrificus Totalis! Petrificus Totalis!
Defender.
Petrificus...
Confringo. Revelio.
Petrificus Totalis!
Accio.
Petrificus Totalis!
Revelio.
Over here!
Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Boom.
Revelio.
Oh!
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Defendo. Accio. Incendio.
Where's that goblin helm, you little thief?
Incendio. Incendio. Expulso. Confringo. Potato. Accio. Incendio.
Come now. You're embarrassing. Expulso!
Protego.
Survive longer than
Accio. Incendio.
There we go. Dark Wizards taken out. And there is more around, it would seem.
It's been a bit grim, I won't deny, but the tides will turn for
Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Okay. And I believe there is one more person around the other side who obviously did not want to get
Revelio.
involved with everything that was going on. There also appears to be something here as well.
You?
Incendio.
You?
Confringo. Incendio.
So not quite poachers, but definitely. Okay, so we can unlock that once we get that spell for that.
I don't... Revelio.
I'm sure there'll be another chest around here somewhere as well, I was thinking. And of course, Highland cows.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Your poaching days are over.
There we go. Poaching camp complete. So hopefully we can come back at some point and release the animals and everything like that. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode here. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.